Hello and welcome, citizens of Super Earth. We've got yet another weapon to review for today's video, so let's not waste any time and dive right in. The SMG-37 Defender is today's topic. It can be purchased for 15 medals on the third page of the Mobilize Helldivers War Bond. The description reads, a high-caliber submachine gun which can be fired with one hand, has a relatively low fire rate, and its stats are as follows. Its damage is 70, capacity 45, recoil 10, and fire rate 520. So how does the Defender hold up in gameplay? Well, I have to admit, when I purchased this weapon, I was not excited at all. The idea of an SMG in my mind has always been a fast-firing, inaccurate weapon that's meant for close-quarters combat. After all, it is called a submachine gun. And what are machine guns for if not unloading entire magazines into your enemy in one go? But the Defender surprised me quite a bit. It has a healthy punch to it when you fire at your enemies, and the fire rate is slower than the Liberator, but just fast enough to feel right. It is definitely not meant for as long-range to combat like its assault rifle counterpart, but it boasts slightly better recoil and a decent amount more damage. For comparison, the Liberator's recoil and damage are 15 and 55, while the Defender's are 10 and 70. While range is not a stat that is shown to us in Helldivers 2, I can't help but feel like the Defender struggles a little bit when firing at distant lengths. It puts out the most amount of work when you are up close to your enemy, and believe me, they'll be sorry they ever came close to you. The Defender features an auto-on flashlight and 3 separate firing modes: automatic, semi-automatic, and burst. Because its accuracy is not as high as other weapons like the Diligence, I opted to use it in full auto mode. I dabbled with the burst mode a little bit, but quickly switched away from it after finding myself cornered and wondering why my weapon wouldn't unload into the enemy. A user error, of course, but nonetheless, this fire mode was not for me. An additional feature to this SMG that I didn't originally notice was that this weapon can be fired single-handed, adding to its wide versatility. Although, to further emphasize its struggles at long ranges, it does not feature a zoomed scope for the first-person mode. The SMG-37 Defender really had me do a double take on my opinions for this weapon archetype. This weapon has the perfect kick to it, albeit at the cost of range, and its multiple firing modes, as well as its one-handed use, make it stand out of the crowd as a real contender for staying in your regular weapon rotation. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, why not subscribe? And as always, go spread democracy.